The first ever primetime variety show created, produced, and broadcast by both countries. And none of this would have been possible without the efforts of one great Soviet citizen and one great American. The great American is, of course, Kermit the Frog, who, accompanied by his close personal advisor, Miss Piggy, journeyed to the Soviet Union to hammer out the terms of this show with his counterpart in Moscow, Soviet television superstar, Kryusha the Pig.
Here we are!
Oh.
Kryusha, as charming and tight-lipped as ever, was on hand to greet the American negotiators at an impressive ceremony outside the gates of the Kremlin. Then the consultations began. They were carried out by both sides with the utmost in diplomatic delicacy and tact.
That is not true. That is not true. Listen to me. Okay, I got a hammer on the table, too. How can you say that sort of thing? How can they say that sort of thing? How can you say that to us? Huh?
Eventually, the discussions turned fruitful.
Okay, I thank you for the apple, and I offer you an apple and a pear. And I offer you an apple, a pear, an orange, and some grapes.
Finally, the exact details of our show were agreed upon, though at least some found them hard to swallow.
Now, from New York and Moscow, this is Pig to Frog.
Hi-ho, I'm Kermit the Frog. Welcome to what we think will be an extraordinary evening during which a distinguished panel of Americans and an equally distinguished panel of Soviets will participate in an open and frank discussion of our differences. Now, first, I'd like you to meet our esteemed American panel. Good evening, all. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
And now, let's meet our Soviet colleagues. Hello, Kryusha.
Здравствуй, Kermit.
Hello, Kermit.
Well, enough small talk. Let's get right to it.
Спасибо, Kermit.
Thank you, Kermit. First, we'll watch 2 short documentaries on problems we see in each other's country. And as we agreed, your film about us will go first.
Exactly. Here in Moscow, they say there are no problems. But try telling that to the heartbroken Soviet citizen whose all too familiar plight is the subject of our story. Just 5 short years ago, believe it or not, this sorry-looking elephant had a great job as a typist and a wonderful love affair going with a beautiful and graceful ballerina. But then, while on a world tour, the ballerina defected to the West. When he applied for permission to join her, his request to leave the country was denied on the grounds he might reveal top-secret information about Soviet typewriter technology. Then, without warning, he was fired from his job on the pretext he broke too many typewriters. This charge he adamantly denies. Well, maybe he broke 1 or 2. Now, disappointed but still determined, he ekes out a living typing manuscripts for dissident elephant authors and dreams of joining his love before she marries someone else. Kryusha, I hope your people were allowed to see all of that.
Of course they saw it. Now, please, roll our film about you.
This is America, so-called land of opportunity. But here on Park Avenue in New York City, only the rich can afford to live. Despite our most diligent efforts, we were unable to find even 1 bear living in a building on this street. That's right, not 1 bear. In fact, in this self-styled land of the free, we were attacked by the security police. Are they embarrassed about something they don't want the world to know about? This is where everyone else who is not rich, including the unemployed bear who is the subject of our story, is forced to live, out on the street.
Basically, I've been unemployed all my life. I had 1 job a little over a year ago working on Wall Street, and I was real excited about the opportunity. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, over there. That's a picture of me going to work on my first day. I'm the one in the red tie. I worked for a prestigious investment banking firm on the floor of the exchange. It was a hard job, but it was a job.
Watch the tie!
Hey, I didn't mind starting at the bottom because they said I'd have a chance to work my way from the ground up. Whoa.
But our bear's good fortune was short-lived. His bosses, typical capitalist plutocrats, seen here arriving at work, suffered a sudden and unexpected financial setback. They responded in a typical American manner, with a typical American solution. They blamed the media and they fired the bear. The bear landed in the very spot where he began his search for the American dream.
Well, you can't say anything much of that. Very interesting, Khrushchev.
And now, please, a question about women's issues.
Tell me, please, Miss Piggy. Do the American authorities force you to dress like that?
No. Believe it or not, she chooses to dress like that.
Excuse me.
Well, I think that's actually all the time we have.
How dare you?
Hit the theme. Goodbye, Khrushchev.
From New York and Moscow, this was Pig to Frog.